Welcome one and all to this grand occasion, preceded as it was by raised decibel levels, now in almost reverential silence, silence which has descended on the... Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now names on this famous trophy.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there...
Well, this is it.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be free-flowing and end-to-end and highly entertaining, but fear of defeat can often dominate emotions, so don't be surprised if it gets nervy and tense.
Yamal. And now the breakaway. And it's hoisted clear. It's gone for a throw-in. Played into the middle. Clears it away. Ferreira. Richards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Danny Olmo, chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Carter Vickers. That's really well manoeuvred. Adams. Carter Vickers. Yamal. Pedro Porro. And here's Danny Olmo. And here's Nico Williams. Nico Williams looking to get on the end of this. Cleared away. Cucurella crossed in once more.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Cucurella clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
And it's been taken short. Morata. A lot of space ahead of him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Can he latch on to this? Where? Oh, look at the space here. And that has been cleared. Fabian Ruiz. Kubasi. Tedri. Lenormand. McKennie. Reina. Adams. Nico Williams. Fabian Ruiz is fouled. Fabian Ruiz. Nico Williams proves too strong. And here's the chance to counter. McKennie caresses it through. Now it's Reina. And the... Reina! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Reina knows only too well that he should have converted after getting through one-on-one. He doesn't need telling.
Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Moved on forwards. Richards gets across to intercept that. Robinson shifted upfield. Pulisic. Ferreira. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Kubasi. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Weir. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Nice control. Pulisic. And the shot's on. And the shot! And it's Robinson. Pulisic. And that could set him on his way. Shapes to shoot! Could be big, this could be massive. Not a defender in sight, he had all the time in the world.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came up beautifully.
The United States, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, Peter, the emphasis should now switch to winning it, rather than even thinking about losing it.
Adams. Where? Now it's Reina. Fabian Ruiz, gently done. Morata, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Ambitious ball here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. McKennie. The United States making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
It's been a super start. They've made their intentions clear and they've backed them up.
Cucurella. Out to the right. Reina. Where? Denied by an instinctive save.
Where clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Where? No. Again, there's no way through. Ferreira. And it's Morata. Succumbs to the pressure. Trying to get their passing game going here, Jim. Just plotting a route round their opponents.
Yeah, just keep things nice, short, crisp, and let the ball do all the work. And it ought to pay off for them as well.
Adams. Back into the middle. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Richards. McKennie. Over to the left. And he cuts out the supply. Pau Kubasi forwards and with intent. Nico Williams. He is through here. Cross. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
The United States, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Aim forwards. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Searching pass he's played there. And it's Adams. Cucurella forwards and with intent. Pedri. The United States leading here after what's been an eventful start to the game. Fabian Ruiz. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Carter Vickers. Robinson. Chance here to counter. And it's Morata. Dani Olmo. Oh, that's a nice ball. Yamal. Can he finish? We've got a goal! They are right back in business. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Spain grab the equaliser and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Dani Olmo. Oh, perfectly measured that. Petri. Morata shoots! And that has been clubbed away. And here's Nico Williams. And here's Dani Olmo. Robinson. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Robinson looking for a runner. Here comes the corner. Pedro Porro attempts a clearance. Ball's gone out of play. Can he deliver? Where? Crosses it in. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Pedro Porro. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And back to the goalkeeper. Carter Vickers. Robinson. And it's played forward. Reina. Richards, gently done. And here's Morata, Yamal. Now it's Williams.
Spain clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Richards have it back and can go again. Reina, and there's green grass ahead of him. We expected better, and so did he. And it's McKennie. Dani Olmo. Fabian Ruiz. Dani Olmo. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ferreira. He's in plenty of space here. He played through for the wide man. Looking to break at pace. He welcomes it in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Fabian Ruiz moved on forwards. Nico Williams going full tilt down the left. That's really well manoeuvred. Reina. Yamal. So what can they make of this? Yamal. Lovely feet. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Morata played out towards the right wing. Oh, what a climb! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And back to the keeper they go. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Up towards the front line. Richards goes forward. Fabian Ruiz shifted upfield. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. McKennie. Robinson picks it up out wide. Pedri. The normal. Pedro Porro. Spain keep the ball but can't do anything meaningful with it. McKennie does really well to win the ball there. Yamal cuts out the pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri forwards and with intent. And he's there to clear it. Pulisic aim forwards. That's really well manoeuvred. Ferreira. Pulisic. Oh, that's neat. Time to deliver. Chance for a shot! Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. The normal. Fabian Ruiz driven forward. Robinson gets over and intercepts. Richards. Now it's Weah. Now it's Morata, and they can counter here. Weah. Richards, gently done. Oh, this looks sharp. Ferreira. Reina. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Robinson, and the keeper's got it again. Adams. And it's played forward. Oh, can he get onto this? Half an hour played now. Richards. Moved on forwards. Adams. Reina. McKennie. And it's Robinson. And here's Pulisic. Adams is the guilty party there. Pedri. Nico Williams. And the counter is on. Now it's Weir, and it's McKennie. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Weir. That's good play. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kubasi. Morata looks to get on the end of this. Carter Vickers. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's played forward. Pulisic. Robinson. McKennie. Spread out to the left. Header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Robinson forwards with intent. Do have a chance to counter here. Looking here to chip it through. Yamal. And it's Pedri. Deftly away. Here's Yamal. And here's Nico Williams. He's well positioned here. And here's Dani Olmo. And here's Ruiz. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, look at him. Furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Nico Williams. Nico Williams. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And that's going to be a booking. Kubasi. That's really well manoeuvred. Fabian Ruiz. Dani Olmo, laid out to the left flank. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Rich defending, but that'll do. And it's Cucurella. There are a few waiting for it. There will be a throw-in. Hit into the middle. Robinson getting this one clear. Ferreira. Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Kubasi. The normal. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz, gently done. And claimed it back swiftly. Robinson. Carter Vickers. Kubasi. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Aim forwards. Robinson. And it's played forward. Played into space out wide. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Robinson plays it short. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ooh, can he get onto this? Well timed, excellent interception. That's really well manoeuvred. Reina. It's a nicely shaped ball. Great chance! Reina. The normal. Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella. Nico Williams. Cucurella. Clearly not happy with that. Now, what about a counter-attack? Reina. Weah providing an outlet on that flank. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Nico Williams. Fabian Ruiz. Picks it up out wide. Showing good feet. So who's he picking out? Ferreira. Where can he spark a counter here? And that's put paid to a promising move. Williams. And a chance! It's there!
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Spain get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And it's Ware. Ware looking to get on the end of this. That's a throw. Now it's Pulisic. Now who's going to be first to this? Adams. Can he finish? Can he stop it going out? Oh, it's played into the area. Al-Kubasi attempts a clearance. Could move up a gear here. Deep into stoppage time. Fabian Ruiz. Dani Olmo. Yamal. Well, they could break here. Reina. Pulisic. Pulisic gently done. Raya sends that a long way. Ferreira. And they can counter here. Yamal. Pedro Porro. That is a brilliant interception. Can he spark a counter here? Al-Kubasi cuts it out. Nico Williams. A chance to play it in. And the keeper has it. Well, there's the whistle. The first half of the final has flown by. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. Half-time in the final, Jim. How do you read it?
The United States are in desperate need of some character and inspiration, and they need it now.
And we're up and running.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Richards. And it's Adams. Where? Adams. That is very well defended. Morata. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Nico Williams. He's cut it out. Reina. Where? Reina. Carter Vickers. McKennie. Aim forwards. Pulisic. McKennie. Out to the left it goes. He's in space and looking for options. Tries to get it clear. Cucurella gently done. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Olmo. He's on it, can he get away? And here's Morata. That's an excellent interception. Adams gets rid without sophistication. Dani Olmo. Fabian Ruiz. Played out wide. And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Morata. Dani Olmo. Lovely bit of skill. Shoots! Pedro Porro. Yamal. And he's making progress on the ball. Yamal's cross. Climbs up big! And he's there to get it away. He can run onto that. Ferreira. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
The normal. Nico Williams is onto it in a flash. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Clipped into space. Out of play for a goal kick. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And it's Ruiz, played back in. Dani Olmo. Great challenge, time to perfection. Oh, he's enjoyed that, he evidently loves the contest. He's pulled him up for that challenge. He is going into that little black book. Morata. Pulisic forwards and with intent. Kubasi. Yamal. That is lovely. It's a mighty effort! Oh, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Yamal. Robinson. Moved on forwards. That's very neat. McKennie spread out to the left. And it's played in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Over to the left. Pulisic delivers. Cucurella is there, and he can get that clear. Cucurella. And they've got a throw. Dani Olmo. Morata. Now it's Yamal. Out to the left it goes. And he's picked it up out wide. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the wreck.
Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Cucurella makes the interception. Morata. And here's Morata. Shot a goal!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And it's Adams. Nice interception, well timed. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Tries a shot! Pulisic! Oh, it's fallen loose again! A real chance and a real let-off. And here's Dani Olmo. He's in plenty of space here. Yamal, and he decides to cross it. Gets good distance on it. Pedro Porro looking to run onto it. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
The normal. Pau Kubasi, he's gone direct here. Nicely intercepted. Carter Vickers. That's been drilled forward. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That has been cut short. That's really well manoeuvred. That has been knocked clear. And here's the chance to counter. Yamal shifted upfield. Dani Olmo! And they've got rid. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Dani Olmo really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Big chance! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
It was a really neat move, Peter, and it had a slickness about it to make it look as if it's been well rehearsed in training.
And that is a little undercooked. Fabian Ruiz. Lenormand forwards and with intent. Pulisic. He's going to be disappointed with that. So what can they make of this? Morata. It's a mighty looking ball, that. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Pau Kubasi aim forwards. McKennie. And it's played forward. Fabian Ruiz with the clearance. The United States have reclaimed it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Richards. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Richards, now he's off and running. And it's Adams. Adams, oh, good spread. Dani Olmo could move up a gear here. And here's Morata. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Oh, that's well seen too. And it's Olmo. Ferreira, big chance to get at them. That is a great pick out. He's got away. Richards. Morata. Always onto this. Oh, Red, nice interception. Turner, long ball by the goalkeeper. Nico Williams. And here's Dani Olmo. It's Morata! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Spain, well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's Olmo. Morata. Pedri. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Great work on the overlap. Pedro Porro has overhit that horribly. Nice physical challenge. Lenormand. Kubasi. Played out to the right. Yamal chasing after it. And it's Porro. Morata. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Kubasi. Dani Olmo. Turner gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. The normal. Pedri, nicely aimed pass. Morata. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Reina. Goes to finish! Dispatched clinically. The United States are back on level terms. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. They were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, from such a showpiece final as well, I think this is exactly the type of excitement that all the neutrals would have wanted on show. There's so many twists and turns in this game. It's a pleasure to watch.
Nico Williams. He has found the way through. Across it goes. Calmly anticipates. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi, gently done. And here's Yamal. Pedri. That'll be a throw-in. The United States can make their change now with a break in play.
Substitution for United States. Number 22.
Pedri.
Number 22.
And it's played forward. Pulisic. And they can counter here. Well, what about it? The United States are taking this the full distance. Terrific stuff. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Morata. Defending of the desperate variety. Yamal. And the ball's come loose here. And here's Morata. Reina. Where did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pulisic, lofted chance! And for a moment, time stood still. That's a throw. And it's where? It's run loose here. Pedro Porro clears it away. Richards. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Pulisic is onto this. Fabian Ruiz getting this one clear. Cucurella shifted upfield. Ware wins the duel this time. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. McKennie cuts out the pass. And the break is on. Driving on and making good progress. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. It's hoisted clear. There's the shot! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Pass is intercepted. Oh, there's a probing ball. Yamal. And this could be a Spanish counter-attack. And here's Morata. Now it's Williams. Oh, what? And the shot! Could be danger here. Williams.
Spain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. Looking for a decent ball in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's found a way through. Oh, that is asking for trouble. MonoBank can get it clear.
The United States really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Cucurella, that's an imaginative pass. Richards. Oh, good spread. Where? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Reina. Plenty waiting in the middle. Serves up across.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pulisic.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
referee's awarded a free kick. Tries a deft little ball.
The United States clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Yamal. Pedri. Oh, a delicate chip through. Out to the right. It's a loose ball.
Spain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Played back in. He's having a shot! Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's McKennie.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Played back to the goalkeeper. McKennie given the lift of his goal. Aim forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's gone back to the keeper. Raya, long ball by the goalkeeper. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pulisic gets it clear. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well read. And the danger is averted.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he cuts out the supply. And the counter is on. And there's green grass ahead of him. Williams. He's shifting through. Williams! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Nico Williams has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the effort he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Almost nothing left on the clock here. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless, of course, there is one last dramatic twist. Nico Williams tries to dink it through. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Lenormand cuts it out.
The United States clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
There's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Danny Olmo. Clears it away. Pedri played out towards the right wing. Very nicely done. He is through here. They need to get it in quick. Pedro Porro, and that's aimed into the middle. Morata. Pedro Porro puts the ball in.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Oh, played right into his path. Pulisic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pulisic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Morata. Looking to break at pace. Cross goes in there. Cleared away.
Spain nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Kubasi. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Yamal going full tilt down the right-hand side. Yamal. Such a clever touch. Looking for a decent ball in. It's come loose. Turns and goes back. Pedri! Ferreira. Kubasi. Weir, Richards, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Weir, looks across, up he goes! And he's got that completely wrong. Nico Williams, Fabian Ruiz, And here's Nico Williams. Out towards the flank. Williams. Where?
With a fine tackle.
There's going to be another change here.
Substitution for United States. Number 7. Coming on to replace him.
And it's Cucurella. Oh, nice touch. Deflected behind for a corner kick. That has been knocked clear. Yamal. Been looking for. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Richards. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. What a save by David Raya! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Dani Olmo, probing pass. Lofted upfield. Richards, now he's off and running. Great defending, strong and determined. Moved on forwards. Oh, easy pickings there. McKennie played out to the left flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's got his range wrong there. Spain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
McKennie. Well timed, excellent interception. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. The normal. Baina goes on a charge down the left. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Morata really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Substitution for United States.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
That has been cut short. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. And he welcomes it in. That's a fabulous ball. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Richards. The final whistle and the end. It was good while it lasted, but it all came crashing down at the last. And so it ends in pain as the glory goes elsewhere. So much endeavour, so much expectation, so